Well, good morning to you. Today's Thursday, Cornishman Day. Gone a bit cooler now, isn't it? That's one good thing. Better for everybody. No, everybody's okay and staying safe. That's the most important. They're doing their injections now for the flu and COVID, so I shall have mine very soon. Good job that they're all coming forward early. Anyhow, I'm still trying to work out on my iPad how I get the birthdays up, but I got them up now on the computer. So I got to say happy birthday yesterday to Paul Thomas, local lad there, and Philip Rascola when school was Philip. Um, I hope you both had a lovely day yesterday. Now, tomorrow, that's Friday, is a birthday for Mary Mills, Richard Myler, and Gail Smiley. And of course, the best of all is my dearest nephew's wife, is Ben Smitheram. It's her birthday tomorrow. So you all have a lovely birthday tomorrow. All right. And just, well, enjoy the day. Now, this one's called about the rain and the preacher. It was the worst weather for years. Father said he'd never remembered so much rain since the flood. Every house in the place had water gushing in the front door and going out the back. Mrs. James had to stay upstairs for 3 days, and as soon as she got down, the water rep man called. The wind was some awful too. And now, said old Lizzie Ann, you'd know what I'd have suffer all year round. I heard there's some Ellens off the new chapel roof, said Father, and the man that put on that roof happened to be there last Sunday, like as if should be, so it was right over his seat. The rain was coming down on top of him. I suppose he shifted his seat, said Mother. No, replied Father. First he put on his hat, and everybody thought he was going out, but he sat down again. Then he got up and put on his overcoat. Next thing he opened his umbrella, and the organ started playing the hymn, Pull for the Shore. The preacher, who was from down Pampon's way, got up to preach and said, now, my dear friends, you can see what awful weather 'tis, and be sorry for poor Noah and his big family. Up jumped Noah Trelaw, who got 9 children, and shouted, leave me out of it. If you can stick it, I can. I don't hold with trying to alter the weather, said Feather. Every man got any control over it of the mess to make himself. I know some years ago we had a dry spell, went on for weeks. Crops was drying out on the ground, and people were longing for rain. On the following Sunday they got together and asked the preacher to pray for rain. He did not want very much, and he said he didn't believe he ought to, but they made him do it, and not afore the service was over it come in black and entered down with rain. Everybody had come up to chapel all dressed up in their light summer dresses. They waited and waited, but it still poured down. Wet to the skin they was afore they got home. It never catted for weeks. Tets was showing above the ground. Everything the people was getting up and had to be put off, and they were afraid that summer would soon be over. So they went to preach again and asked him to pray for fine weather. Oh, this is what he said. Oh Lord, I know I asked for rain. 'Tis my fault, but this is ridiculous. And the rain stopped. Well, said Mother, it didn't look like stopping now. That poor preacher going out in all this weather. Out down he hitch up the donkey and gus up and bring it home for dinner. Our Father started and got up to the chapel just as they was coming out. Come on, he shouted to the preacher. Come down, my blessed, have a bit dinner. The preacher got up, but to turn that donkey round to face the rain was another thing. Father tried everything, but it was no use, and in the end they had to leave him there and walk home. I don't want no dinner, said Richard Henry. Oh, you're looking brave and wished, remarked Feather. I know now how I could smell baccy smoke down in the outhouse. Oh, leave the boy alone, says Mother. Suppose you was the same. Yes, I can remember when I promised to take a shiner to the fair, and to show off I bought a pipe and a tobacco. We had a look at the show, but when she wanted to have a ride on the hobby horses. So we did, and when I got down my head was going round faster than the horses. I was so sick I had to go home, and wasn't she so mad? Never spoke to me again till she got another chap. Next day I was smoking again and haven't stopped for long since. People say they can't give up. 'Tis easy enough if you make up your mind. I have given up for five or six times. Come as on, Mother. Dinner's ready. Now have a nice day. Take care.